Yo, yo, yo. What is going on, guys? Waiting on Harry. Waiting on Harry from Pro Schmo Bets to get on here, do some UFC 324 pregame, right? Any last second picks, lineup changes, bet changes, whatever. We're here to talk about all of it. Harry, where you at, brother? Fat J, what up, baby? What's going on? We're waiting on Harry from Pro Schmo Bets. Get in here, talk some last minute UFC. We're going to be talking about some betting. We're going to be talking about the lineup changes, whatever you guys want to talk about. We're here for it. Let's get it. Let's see. Pull up the card here. All right. All right. I guess while this guy is, oh, there he is.
Let's go. How we doing?
What up, Harry? Can you hear me?
Yeah, brother. Who we on with?
Nobody, bro. It's just us. We are live on Instagram and YouTube, man.
All
We're
right,
waiting.
beautiful, man. Do you want me to
Anybody
go
want?
horizontal or vertical? What do you want me to do?
Doesn't
This
matter to
good?
me, dog. That's great. Where you at? You toy shopping? What are we doing?
Brother, so the whole Northeast is getting slammed with a blizzard. And so I came to Home Depot and we're getting stovetops, brother. Look,
Yeah,
hardcover stovetop, camp stoves, man, with propane.
it's fucked up. Just like DS yesterday, bro. His pipes got frozen and shit. So that's why he had to do that episode, I think from his girl's crib. I don't know where he was, but
I
crazy.
refuse to be like DS. Refuse.
There
I
we
need
go.
an indoor safe propane heater. Look at that.
Okay. All right, Harry. Shit, I see it.
Yeah, my
Harry, let
guy.
me ask you a question.
Yes,
This
sir.
this Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez situation. Me and you talked a little bit off air about that yesterday. And how, there was a lot of betting movement. People are talking about the Isaac Bulgarian situation that happened a couple months back, and they were comparing this to that. You told me, and this is well before the fight was canceled, that you had some insight on it, and people thought they were getting some sort of a leg up or heads up on the books. What do you have to say about what happened there?
Yeah, so everyone was saying that the money was coming in on Michael Johnson. Well, that's been a fact forever now. That's you understand what I'm saying? This is like a psyop. So either the UFC is very well aware of the betting splits and how popular Michael Johnson is, or Michael Johnson is injured, but has absolutely nothing to do with Alexander Hernandez or his camp. All the money was always on Michael Johnson. All of it,
So,
my brother. And it came pouring in worse through the night yesterday and crazy today.
so what kind of shit causes that, Harry? What can cause a line? Okay, so if the money's been coming in on Michael Johnson and he was the underdog, what makes him flip to a favorite there? Like, I understand money coming in will change the lines, but why is it that
You
the
know, a
lines
lot of
so late?
the public is going to believe it's obviously action, right? The sharps hitting the line. So obviously that's the cause for line movement. But did you not hear what I just said, bro? Is the public not taking heed to the fact that Michael Johnson has been getting slammed forever with NFL parlays through and through? We're talking March Madness here soon, college plays. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? There's so many, so 6 weeks where they were hitting him. He became popular all of a sudden. Absolutely not, man. Alexander Hernandez is not a very he's not eccentric at all, man. He is very low key. You see any post he's posted in the last 2-3 years on his Instagram grid is between months, bro, like 30 to 60, maybe 120 days. But the guy came in physically great shape. His coaches, everyone's talking great. So it only leads me to believe that the UFC found a better fight for Michael Johnson. They're gonna book him, rebook him,
Yep.
or Johnson himself is injured. You know what I mean?
Yep. Real quick, Harry, I just want to touch on the chat real quick. Punisher said, yo, 10-7. He asked you about your thoughts on the Hernandez fight being canceled. And then GSB's in the chat saying any underdog picks. I'll point that to you because I know you got a couple of those.
Yeah, man, you would be crazy not to bet Rose, man. Even on the spread, it's paying well. Plus 120 at plus 3.5. You know, it's very unlikely Natalia Silva finishes her. That's like looking for Karine Silva to finish her opponent and Viviana Arahu. And the opposite happened. Her ass got served on a platter. Why? Cardio. In women's MMA, cardio goes a long way, my friend. In round 3, what is Natalia Silva habitually conducting all the time?
Yep.
Laterals, you know, points fighting. That's no good. And so everyone's betting on Natalia Silva thinking she needs a finish to look well against Shevchenko. And that's rope, man. So unless Rose Namajunas is selling, there's absolutely no way she's getting finished. So I like that plus 3.5 at plus 120 is good. You take her money line plus 400. If you take double chance, KO, TKO, or submission on Rose Namajunas, who's promoting her water now, her own water
Yeah.
brand, Nama Water. It's plus 800. Plus
Harry,
800.
Harry, we got Kyle in the chat saying bro's holding up the aisle, giving his take. You got traffic behind you? What's going on?
Well, I'm going to say what Conor McGregor told me years ago. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
All right, so I know you had the Rose Namajunas play. You also had a interesting play that you were telling us about yesterday, which I think is a little bit crazy. But talk to me about the Ateba Gautier versus Andre Puliev fight. Minus 850 for Gautier, but you see a couple props and then a crazy side bet on this one.
Hey, next to Cesar Almeida, who fought Glory and fought on the Glory promotion. They're also against Alex Pereira. Is this guy, Andre Puliev, man? He's got credentials up the wazoo, man, in kickboxing. So he could definitely control the pace of the fight. He could control the distance, the range on the fight to get him over one round and start round 2. Come on. Gautier would be stupid once he gets jabbed to the face or countered to really want to get in the pocket with Puliev right away. I don't think that's prudent. So Derek Lewis and Francis Ngannou fight, how it went the full distance. This is one of those situations, very unexpectedly, you know?
So you like a couple things on this fight, right? Just so we're clear, you like the fight to not finish in the first round. You like
Correct.
the second round starts.
Fight to start round 2 at plus 105. That's correct.
Okay, so you like that a lot, and then you're also sprinkling a little bit on Andre Puliev money line.
I like that too.
Wrong?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus 600. Plus 600. You could build a parlay around that. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And then GSB in the chat says so many people on the Allen money line. Who's Allen? Am I Arnold Allen, right? That's what he's talking
That's correct.
About. What do you think about the Arnold Allen Gene Silva fight?
I don't like his head shape, man. There has to be some physiology, some case study on it where fighters who have a small fucking head lose the fight.
Harry, so Arnold Allen, here's my take, right? And again, I do great with picks. We know that, right? I smack on 70% here at the 10-7 MMA. We hit over 70% on the year. There are some times where me and you differentiate. You're the betting guy, right? So our strategies are a little different. You don't necessarily care about getting every single fight correct. You care about being up at the end of the night, right? It's all about plus and minus money for Harry from Proshmo Bets. You are not buying into Arnold Allen at all. You're thinking Gene Silva wins this fight, and you're pretty confident on it. Whereas when I break it down kind of X's and O's, I see it being a close fight. I can definitely see it playing out both ways. I just think there's value on Arnold Allen, but you're saying hell no.
What is the over on that fight?
That's a good question,
over 2.5?
It has to be, right? That's my assumption. I'm pulling it up right now, but
I'm very curious.
Yeah, let's see.
Because that might be the best bet on that fight card if you don't on that fight if you don't want to bet Arnold Allen. You know, all jokes aside, all jokes aside, I like the counter striking in Gene Silva. And you know, Arnold Allen is he's game for sure. I just think that the inactivity, I don't know. He's so big, man, for the weight class too as a featherweight. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who knows, man?
It's 2.5, Harry, by the way.
Okay, it's 2.5. And what's the line priced at?
Over 2.5 is minus 130. Under is plus 100.
That's not a bad bet. That's not a bad bet, man. Yeah, because Gene Silva is going to have some apprehension.
Yeah.
He's not going to brawl him right away. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about Arnold Allen on the point spread? Plus 3.5 at plus 105.
Bro, come on. Plus 105. I don't like that line. Why? What a
Yeah,
crazy for yo, get in there with that animal. He's a dog, bro. This guy Gene
yeah,
Silva, you know?
yeah,
Imagine he does something so abrupt. And then,
yeah.
you get a finish that way. He almost put out Diego Lopez. You saw that.
Yes.
He got trigger
Crazy fight.
happy though. He got trigger happy, and Diego Lopez told him, brother, this is not LFA. This is UFC.
And I'll let you know, Harry. Me and you were going with Gene Silva when he fought Diego Lopez. DS here convinced me to make our official pick, Diego Lopez, which a lot of people weren't picking him. That was absolutely crazy. Another fight I want to talk about, Harry, real quick. I know you've been super heavy this week on Sean O'Malley, as have I, and I'm seeing a lot of people like worried about Song Yadong. Talk to me about that. Why are you so certain Sean O'Malley wins? And then what's the bet? Is it just straight up money line there?
Because just like Rose Namajunas, my brother, where is the threat for a takedown, for a level change? Where's the threat? When did we make Song Dong this incredible wrestler with a collegiate system behind him? You know what I mean? He don't
Yeah,
have that. He went from Sanda kickboxer to grappler black belt, which washes out because Sean O'Malley has one, and he's got underrated jiu-jitsu. So they say from his camp. I'm not saying the associated acts that help him condition for his fight. I'm saying the people out on the outside of that circle who go to the gym, who know of him, say he has great jujitsu. So that washes out. So what does that leave you? A big ass motherfucker ready to control the range, distance, jab your face off, have fun with it. You know, Song Dong, if he had calf slicers, okay, I'll give it to him. But he don't even have calf slicers, bro. He relies so much on his boxing, bro. I don't like that at all, man. We could get a Pedro Munoz in there in a hybrid Song Dong. I'd freak out for Sean O'Malley. Until then, bro, the only way Sean loses is selling out. And even I don't see that because Zuffa boxing was a bust. And everybody saw that last night. And it's the rant and rave of this morning, bro. That promotion is ass.
yeah. And Harry, I'll tell you this, man. I'm super confident in O'Malley. I just don't see, first and foremost, I don't see a finish, right? I don't see Song Yadong finishing Sean O'Malley. I see Sean O'Malley, I see this fight most likely going to decision. And if it goes to decision, what does the UFC have? Like, what reason would they have to have Sean O'Malley lose this fight? I just don't see it happening, man. On top of that, he's been training for Merab Dvalishvili 2 camps in a row right now. And he was doing
Exactly.
okay in the grappling with Merab, right? I mean, as good as you can do for somebody with his frame, with his stature. So I'm just not worried about the grappling of Song Yadong, man, at all. Real quick in the
We
chat,
need him for the
shout
White
out,
House, too. We need
yeah,
Sean O'Malley for the White House. We need him against Umar, maybe, potentially, and get
yeah,
Marab out the way. Yeah.
in the chat, shout out No Bromo, guys. Content creator out of the UK, Harry, big channel. He's doing some big things, growing. That's my boy. I've been on his channel a few times. Bromo, if you want to join, brother, let me know. I'll send you the link. We can get you on here. But yeah, so I'm loving this card, Harry. Give me your best plays. I'm gonna really quickly run through the card with you. You tell me you touching this or not, okay?
Okay.
Ty Miller, Adam Fugit.
Let's go. Ty Miller.
Boom. Money line, yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. This fight has been canceled. Ricky Tercios
Ricky
can't smother
Tercio.
it.
Very good. As always, you're a sharp guy, bro. You're Dino. Bam, bam, baby. Boom.
Hey, canceled, but I was going Ricky Tercios all week. We talked about that. Josh Hokett, Denzel Freeman. How do you see this?
Wow, man. Josh Hokett, bro, he's brawling this guy, and it's going to be embarrassing because Denzel Freeman is huge. He's a
Yeah.
monster. He's big as hell, bro. He's going to be like 3 inches taller. Remember me, bro. And if Hokett wins, bro, wow, that Asplin fight is going to be incredible.
Yep. Now I know this one we disagree on. Friend of the channel, Charles Energy Johnson. Absolute my boy. I think he's running away with this, Harry, but I believe you're going Alex Perez. Is that right?
I wish, man, if you run away with it, it's good on you and good on you who are betting him. I like Alex Perez. He's proven so well, especially against Aswal Mabayev. I thought it was incredible winning through 2 rounds until he got his ass submitted, bro. It was over, bro.
All right. There we go. Nikita Krylov, Modestas Bakauskas. This one's weird to me, Harry, right? Because when I watch this on film, you take away Nikita Krylov lately. Forget about what have you done for me lately. You watch it as a whole body of work, and I think he's a significantly better fighter than Modestas Bakauskas. The problem is he went away from the sport for a long time. Chin seems to be absolutely fucked at this point. So I just can't trust him anymore. Modestas Bukauskas seems safe to me. What do you think?
It's either Modestas Bukakis on the money line at a wide -140 or Nikita Krylov, man, because he'll submit him. You know,
Okay.
Nikita, one good thing is he has worked his ass off this camp. I'll give you that.
Okay. Beautiful. So you're going to, you like the Nikita Krylov play.
I do, yeah.
All right. And then we just talked about this already. Ateba Gautier, Andre Poliev. But for the people that weren't here, quick recap on this one.
Let's go for that upset, man. What a kickboxer in Pulev. This guy's credentialed up the wazoo. Gautier, man, he's got the hand-to-hand combat sambo experience. A little late in his life. He's very young as well. So I see an edge for Andre Pulev.
I don't hate it, Harry. And then, unfortunately, we got to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this, but Umar Nurmagomedov, massive favorite against Davison Figueiredo, who has missed weight, Harry, at 135 pounds. A former champion at 125, used to have trouble making that weight. Now he's having trouble making 135. He's older. The knee is kind of fucked. You know that's my boy. I absolutely love Davison Figueiredo. Much respect to his team, Coach Alex Davis, all those guys, good friends of mine, but I just don't see it, man. I got to go Umar by decision. What are you going, Harry? Any bets on this?
Listen, the only props I'll give Davison Figueiredo is the fact that Figgy showed out against Montel Jackson, boy. Took him down 2 times, coming off reconstruction ACL surgery, boy. Isn't that crazy? That's incredible.
It was, and I can't believe we got plus money against Montel Jackson. That was the freest cheese of fucking last year, bro. But Umar, right? Are you
Yes,
throwing?
sir.
Is 1450 worth throwing anywhere, Harry, or do you have to
No,
go?
but you know what I'll tell you is worth it. Think about what we just talked about. Fight not to go the distance plus 105.
That's good.
Wow. 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 Umar needs a finish, bro. Last person he finished was like 4 years ago. Let's get it.
Yep, beautiful. Arnold Allen, Gene Silva. We talked about. Quick recap.
Gene Silva, man, counter striker, brawler with good power. Arnold, I can't complain, man. Guy can grapple. He's got good boxing. I don't like his head size. I hope he gets it snapped off. Gene Silva's reach has to work for him at this weight class. He needs this win because he ain't a lightweight. I'll tell you that right now.
Yep. Next fight, Harry. Natalia Silva versus Yo Girl. Certified Your Girl, Thug Rose Namajunas. I love me some Thug Rose, man. And normally in this spot, Harry, I would love the plus 320. I think this is something I will be playing, just the straight up Rose plus 320 play. But man, I've been fucking impressed by Natalia Silva, dude. Last time out against Alexa Grasso, I think the movement was different level. I haven't seen movement like that in women's MMA in a while. But when the more I think about this fight, she doesn't possess too many problems for Thug Rose Namajunas, and that's why I am starting to lean maybe Rose is a good play here. Your take?
And Rose has the takedown, and she has the top control. She can get top control. Like if Song Yil Dong ends up taking down Sean, he has the worst control time differential when on the mount. Terrible. So unlike Rose, Rose will stick to you like Luke, could potentially submit you. All right. So and her footwork is great. Only reason why she was getting her head jabbed off between Tracy Cortez and all these other girls who she's fought is because she had to look out for the level change. She does not have to look out for that with Natalia Silva. Absolutely
Right.
not. And Natalia Silva is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Don't get me wrong. You know, Natalia Silva is a great boxer, man. Good karate. Let's keep it moving, bro. Purple belt against the black belt. I don't know, man.
You're right. And if you look at Rose's fights since she came up to 25, the threat of the grappling has always been there, right? Manon Fior, you mentioned Tracy Cortez, a good grappler. Aaron Blanchfield, Miranda Maverick, who we had on the channel before. Shout out Miranda Maverick. She's pregnant, by the way. Congrats, and hope everything goes well with that. But yeah, like threat of grappling, right? There is none of that from Natalia Silva. My official pick is going to remain Natalia Silva, but as a betting piece, I don't mind tripling up money on Thug Rose if possible. So let's move on, Harry. Big boys, right? Anytime you get to the heavyweights, Waldo Cortez Acosta, Derek Lewis, you see Derek Lewis with plus 260. I don't know about you being a pro better, but me as like a regular fan of this sport, I'm always like, you know what? I don't mind throwing a unit on Derek Lewis by knockout, because if he touches you, you're going down. But ultimately, what kind of bets are you seeing in this fight? Any value?
Oh, you got to find the most popular public dogs on this card to make determinations like this. Is it Derek Lewis at plus money? Is it Justin Gaethje at plus money? Is it Arnold Allen at plus money? Only one can win. You understand what I mean? So I do like Waldo Cortez Acosta's crisp combinations. He got that lead jab. He can control the pace in the fight. But Derek Lewis, dog, he's got that incredible high knee, bro. He's got shit out of pocket that who knows if he employs that in this fight. So I gotta go Derek Lewis, bro, in a heavyweight fight that already gets cut down to 50-50, whether left or right, red or blue win the fight at plus
Yeah,
260. Unless you sold out, man, and you're gonna look like an ass around the world and let Waldo walk you down. I don't know. I'm going Derek Lewis.
there we go. And welcome to the channel, guys. No Bromo MMA.
Oh,
Bromo, that's my boy Harry from Proshmo Bets. I don't know if you guys have met before, but
Never,
bro.
first
I
time.
haven't.
there we
No.
go.
I like that though, bro.
Bro.
I like that.
Harry's
Oh,
cutting off the second he
he's
starts
cutting off.
moving.
Although I
He's-
did watch earlier the AI versus Pro bet video that you guys did. Very interesting video.
And Bromo, that series is going to be a lot better, man. It's just we really had to do it under time constraint, and the weather in America is absolutely fucked right now. I don't know the conversions, but we're well below freezing, negative Fahrenheit, which is a lot of degrees
wow.
negative Celsius. So I don't know. Real quick, Harry, before I don't want to kick you out or anything, but I just want to make sure we got this. Derek Lewis on the plus money. Co-main event, Sean O'Malley, money line, free cheese.
Let's go, Sean
And
O'Malley.
And then go ahead and give me what I want to hear on this main event. You know I'm going Patty. We got a fella from the UK on the other side of you. He's going Patty the baddie.
Yes, what?
Harry, make me happy. What are we doing with this main event?
There is no way I'm going Patty unless Gaethje sells out. And following his Myers-Briggs indicator, which I hope I predicted right, my team predicted right, this man is ready for war. So it's either Justin by finish or Pat by finish. I don't know if you could double chance that. I'm going Justin Gaethje all the way. I want him to go face off with Topuria. I understand. You can argue against me to suggest that Patty Pimblett will go on to face off the winner of Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway. Fuck it. I respect what you got going on with that, but no way is this Scouser gonna get over an NCAA Division One, baby. Let's boom, baby.
All right, Harry, I love that. I hope so, man. I love Justin Gaethje, your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. Harry, I'm gonna let you go. Get fucking prepared. Don't freeze your ass off today. Don't be like DS. All right.
Yo, I hope, man. This is Justin Gaethje, baby. Let's go. My unicorn, baby. Let's go on the money line.
Boom. And Harry, you're welcome back, brother. When you're done, we'll be on for like another hour or so. All right.
All right, brother. All the best, guys. Yo, bro Mo. That's you?
Yo.
No, bro, no
Yeah, man.
Mo. Cause you
No
about the
Bro Mo.
hose now. Let's go.
There we go. All right, Harry. Boom.
Yeah.
Bromo, what's up, baby? How you doing?
He is a personality.
Oh,
Goddamn.
Harry's out of his mind. I love it.
Yeah, he sounds like he. I don't know what he said. That what was it, like a Briggs indicator or something? What the fuck's that about?
He's got so Harry has a website. He has a whole team, proshmobets.com. They have like all sorts of the data points and fucking I've seen some of the behind the scenes work. I'm not smart enough to figure out how they do it, but they have spreadsheets, they have charts where they have all sorts of metrics that they cover on every single fighter. They know the amount of money coming in, like on each fighter from like individual casinos and what countries the money's coming in on. So he has a lot in terms of like the line movement, which is why yesterday he was telling me like the fight that got canceled, right? Obviously everyone kind of heard about the line movement on the Hernandez versus Michael Johnson fight.
Yeah, what was that about?
So yeah, so that got moved. Supposedly injuries. That's what they're letting us, that's kind of what they're telling us. I don't know exactly what happened, but he told me yesterday that it's weird. It was weird to him last night because not only was there the line movement they were presenting, but the line movement seemed kind of out of nowhere because the money had been steadily coming in on Michael Johnson from the beginning. So he anticipated line movement that never happened until very late. So I don't know if there's like fishy shit going on or if it was an injury, but Harry's got all sorts of data points, which is why once we do get this series up and running of the AI versus the, the pro better, it's going to be really interesting to compare the data points from AI to his data points.
Oh, wow. So he's going off like data and stuff. He's not just going off like what I do. Like I just go off like what I think and feels and shit like that. He's actually like he's got data coming in and he's got a whole algorithm and
yeah. So his thing is not. So in the MMA YouTube space, Bromo, I'm sure you've done a lot of research. You've kind of most of the people in the space. What you see is there's like different types of creators, right? There's like your pick people that are strictly just these are my fights. I try to do this at the highest clip possible and be correct. And then there are, I would say, more people along your kind of side of things where it's like I'm going to react to stories. I'm going to give you my input and my opinion on what the hell's going on, why it's happening, and and you let your personality go that way. Then there's the betting side of things. He's more on the betting side of things, but and it's different, right? Because I'm more in the pick lane. I want to be correct as much as possible. His whole thing is he doesn't care how much he's correct as long as he's up money. You know what I mean? So it's all about just making coin for him. So he follows the sport for that in that way, which is really goddamn interesting. So real quick in the chat, our boy, I might be wrong. Umar finished incoming. Love Figgy, but he looked like a corpse. Yes, he absolutely
did. I don't know if you saw my recent video on the weigh-ins because it was an absolute shit show.
I did.
Figgy walked over to the wrong thing. Like he walked over to the wrong. Like he walked over to like the curtains.
Yeah.
Like what they put around the scale, which was like at the top of the stairs. Like as soon as he walks on, he's walking over to the complete wrong thing, and the guy behind him has to divert him and say, "No, Figgy, it's over this way, mate." And he's just he looked like absolute dog shit on those scales, bro. And he still missed weight by 3.5 pounds or something.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. I don't get it, bro, because again, I'm good friends with some people in Davison Figueiredo's, on his team, his corner, and things like that. And I spoke to them this week. I spoke to them on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't recall, but they were like, everything looks good. He feels strong. Weight is going good. So then I was like, all right, we're good to go. And then to see him look like that on Friday morning was absolutely crazy to me. So your boy's in the chat, by the way.
Because he's like, obviously he looked terrible on the scales and he's missed weight. Have the odds changed even more then? Because I know Umar was a massive, or he was a massive favorite anyway.
Yeah.
So. I wouldn't be surprised if because it wasn't Umar like a minus fucking I don't know what he was like a minus 1,000 or something. I swear.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he was even more of a favorite now after seeing how Figgy looked on the scales.
You know what, Bromo? I'm not. There it is. Yeah, he's a bigger favorite now. So he's ballooned up. He went from 1,450 to minus 1,600.
Oh my god, that's crazy, bro. I
don't know. Look, I know we all know he's gonna win, right? And I know we're not really the betting guys, me and you, but it's like plus 900. That's 9 times your money on Davis.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you'd put some. You'd put something on Figgy if you were to bet anything. I mean, I don't bet because I have a very addictive personality and I get obsessive over stuff. So I know if I start betting, that's a slippery slope, and would you just be nah, that ain't for me. But if I was to bet, I would definitely be like, okay, Figueiredo minus plus 900?
Yeah,
that's nuts. That's absolutely
I'm just
nuts.
saying, if you think about it this way, right, from like a casual betting perspective, like if you're a bettor that's throwing $100 on this card, right? Take 10 of that and just throw it on Figgy in case. Because if everything else loses, you made your money back for the card.
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna win, but still. MB in the chat says Umar round 3 TKO. Brother, this fight can go any. I think Umar wins this fight. I'm going decision, but a late finish is definitely live. Definitely live.
I was thinking Umar via decision
Yeah.
as well. I mean, but with how this weight cut's gone for Davidson, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually TKOs him now. But I mean, we've seen like in the last fight against Mario, his cardio's a bit suspect. I feel like he was really really tired, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Going into round 3. But in saying that's against the Mario Batista, who didn't look like shit on the scales, was in good shape coming in. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see a TKO coming in, especially because of how he looked on the scales and shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest.
And then I don't want to ignore the Instagram people, Bromo, but we got, what is that? Dead Rose saying, nah, gang, something on Figgy just to lose it. So he's not for that. He likes the plus money, better for Umar to get a finish under 2.5. And shout out my cousin Andre, bro, from Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
Bromo, I got family in Europe too. Maybe I come out there, we go to All Stars together. We link up in Stockholm. How do you feel about that?
Well, are we live on Instagram as well?
Yeah, we're live on Instagram as
Oh,
well.
wow.
There we go. Jamal Witherspoon, Umar via calf slicer. Stop it. Don't do that. If he gets a sub, it's a real sub. It's a fucking RNC. It's an arm triangle. He's not calf slicing Figgy. I know his knee was fucked up. I was at the Sandhagen fight, by the way, Bromo. That was absolutely devastating. Devastating.
Oh shit.
I hated that. Got to see Bo Nickel get fraud checked. That was cool.
What was that, the RDR one?
Yes. That was that one.
I mean, but I mean, I called Bo Nickel a fraud check when he beat Paul Craig, to be honest, and then he goes on to lose his next fight, which kind of aged really well for me. Because some people said to me in the comments of my video, they were like, "How's he got fraud checked when he just beat him?" And it's like, well, because it's how he beat him,
Yeah.
He looked like shit, and then obviously he lost to RDR, so it kind of aged quite, it aged pretty well. That I would say.
Chef's kiss is what they call that, Bromo.
Oh yeah.
There we go. MB in the chat saying Patty by round 1 Omoplata. I might be wrong saying Umar via flying Gogo Plata. If that's the case, I'm going Justin Gaethje by Japanese necktie. How do you feel about that, Bromo?
Justin Gaethje. I mean, what do you think of this this neck of Justin Gaethje? Do you think it's staph infection, or because it's still looking pretty?
Brother, it's got to be staph, right? He said it was an ingrown hair, and it's like, okay, fine, whatever. We're men, we've got beards, we've all had some fucking shit grow a little weird in there. But what I'm saying is, I haven't seen an ingrown that lasts like that long, because it was around Christmas time when we first saw it, right? He was putting up videos on his YouTube channel. You see the fucking thing, and it was in December. It's January 24th. It's been over a month. And that shit's still there. Like that's got to be a bad case of staph. I will say though, what that lets us know is that he's probably like cured of it. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how these things work, but it's got to be cured by now. And maybe the spot is just still there and it's like slowly, going away. So I'm hoping it's nothing. I might be wrong, says Patty via Noogie, which would be fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Justin via Showtime kick would be absolutely nuts as well.
Paddy via Noogie, fucking come here, lad. Give me your fucking head.
Hey, look,
Noogie, lad.
Hey, what did you think about the? I saw your video, so I know what you think about it. But the timing on the Michael Bisping situation, that was fucking. That was, speaking of Chef's kiss. That was fucking.
It's so bad. He's like, I was watching it. I was like, there's no fucking way. I had to rewind it. I was like, "There's no fucking way Michael Bisping has just done that." He's such an idiot, bro. These guys, and look, you can say it's their own fault for like doing drastic weight cuts, but the thing is that the way that the UFC have set up like weight cuts, there's basically no like restrictions, right?
Yeah.
So everyone has to play the weight cut game, right? So everyone's like, oh shit, well, everyone in my division is cutting loads of weight. I'm gonna have to do the same thing to get an advantage. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a very small guy in the upper weight classes. Unless you're Yuri and you don't cut weight because you're a Chad, no one else is gonna do that. But Michael Bisping knows how hard it is to make weight. Surely, I mean, I'm sure some people didn't he miss weight at one point or something. I don't know if that's true, but even if it's
Bisping?
not, even if it's not true, as a professional fighter, he knows surely how hard it is to make weight, and with him being like, you know, I don't have sympathy for these guys. It's not hard, is it? And then as soon as he says it's not hard, is it? Smotherman just goes. Doosh. It's like you couldn't write that better in like a sitcom. You know what I mean? That is like a that. It's not funny what happened to Cam Smotherman, but the timing of it is just it's almost like it was written in like a script or something.
Comedy is all
just...
about timing, Bromo. That's what
Oh,
comedy
well, that's what I mean. He's like, oh, you know, it's not hard, is it? And then Cam Smotherman nearly fucking, you know, unalives himself on stage, and it's like Michael Bisping, man. And then after that, he was trying to save face and be like, you know, weight cutting is, you know, it is really hard and this and that. It's like, hold on a minute, you were just saying it's not fucking hard and people should just get on with it because it's their only job. But man, yeah, that timing was just hilarious, but also not hilarious.
Not funny, Bromo. Absolutely not funny. Real quick, I want to come back to that because I got something interesting to say about it, but I just want to catch up on the chat. Jameer Nelson, Umar will dominate Figgy and maul Marab and take his belt. Well, Marab doesn't have the belt yet, but if you're indicating that he will beat Piotr Jan, I believe that. But Umar will get done worse than he did last time. Said Adam 22's kid is going to get bullied so bad. Shaking my head. That was
I saw
really
that. I saw that. Didn't he get like finished in like 30 seconds or something?
Faster than his wife, Bromo.
Oof.
I might be wrong. I have no sympathy while a man collapses in the background is something you would see in ancient Rome with a gladiator. True. MB says, are you going to be live for the main card? I am not. Bromo, are you going to be live for the main card?
No, I used to do Fight Companions, but because it's so late in the UK when I'm watching it, like right now, it's 9:38, and the early prelims start at 10 p.m. and I'm going to be up till like 5 a.m. I just don't have the energy, so I'm not doing them anymore. Unless it's like a Yuri Olberg, I'll do that one because it's my boy. But I ain't doing any more Fight Companions. I don't enjoy them. But I know, like, you know, BXG's live, Warhorse is live, you know, Fight Society's live. I'm gonna go into his chat. So,
shout out Fight Society, by the way. If you guys want to go for a live stream, Fight Society is going to be streaming the whole card. Love that fucking guy. You have something coming up with Fight Society.
I was just gonna say, this Tuesday coming up, me and Fight Society, we're doing a live stream on my channel. He's helping out the little guys. I appreciate him. He's a really nice guy as well. Really nice guy.
Awesome.
Yeah, we are going to be talking about UFC 325, our predictions for that, and then just upcoming fights, 326 and potential matchups, that sort of thing. So yeah, be there for that.
Boom. Teron Brown, what up, boys? What up, Teron? Comes from the other 10-7, by the way. Zapper, dog, what the fuck are you wearing, Bromo? He's asking, but this is Bromo's regular attire.
Come on, bro. I mean, look, Zapper. Don't you be starting, lad. All right. No Bromo and his dressing gowns and his hoodies. This shit's like, this is my thing. All right. And this is actually, if you want specifics, this is Lotso from Toy Story 3. I got it from Disneyland when I went for my daughter's first birthday. We have matching ones. Okay.
That's
so
beautiful.
Yeah. And also just shout out to my daughter, bro. It's her second birthday today.
Happy birthday, Little Miss Bromo.
Little Miss Bromo. She's asleep right now, but yeah, it's been a good day.
As one would be at 2 years old at almost 10 p.m. Now, I'm not skipping you guys. I might be wrong. I see you. He's saying it looks like a Monty Python little skit here. Teron Brown, Gaethje's about to knock out Patty. Love Gaethje Pimblett back and forth at the presser. Jameer Nelson says Red Snuggle Dude needs to do a Fight Companion. They want it, Bromo. You got to give people what they want. And Bromo, would you ever consider moving to the States? If so, which city or state?
Well, just on Jameer Nelson, I will do a Fight Companion in the future for a fight that's special to me. Like a Yuri. He's my favorite fighter. I'll stream that. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn. whenever that gets rebooked, I'm a watch. Ultimate versus Alex Pereira. I'll do a stream for that, but it's just too late. And sometimes I'm like, I get to, you know, when I'm, because I streamed the DDP one as well.
Terrible.
I
I was
think,
there. That was awful.
and I was just like, what am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to say at 6 a.m.? I'm just watching a wet, you know, a fucking wet blanket. So,
Respect
but
to there's so many content creators in the UK, Bromo, that do this MMA shit.
oh no,
Obviously, Guru's the biggest one, not only out there but just in the world. That motherfucker is on 24/7.
I'm not gonna lie, Guru needs to get a life. I'm just keeping it real. Although he's making loads of money, right? He said on the Full Send podcast, I'm a hardcore fan. This is all I have in life. Give me more.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I love MMA. I love the UFC. I got other shit going on though, and I'm sure you do too. He's like, he needs to just get a life a little bit. I'll be honest. He's a great content creator. He's doing really well for him, but at the end of the day, if the UFC was to vanish like that, he has nothing going on. He needs to, like, I don't know, get other hobbies or try and get a family started or something. But to answer Torren Brown, would I ever consider moving to the United States? Probably. I mean, probably not. Because mainly because of my daughter and my partner Jazz, because they're very because Jazz is a stay-at-home mother. She just stays at home with the kids. I wouldn't want them to not be able to go and see, like, you know, like their auntie or their mum or anything like that, because they, you know, they're all very close to each other. But if we were to move to the US, I would probably, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, where would you recommend Bam Bam if I was to move? Like, because I know some places are a bit are a bit crazy over there. I'm seeing some stuff. I know I hear a lot about Florida. Florida's a bit crazy by all accounts. So I don't know.
Look, there's some beautiful parts of Florida. There's some shitty parts, right? You know, that kind of goes everywhere across the world. The United States is amazing, man. I mean, I've traveled, Bromo. I've been, I wouldn't say all over the world, but I've been to a fair amount of places. And what's really cool about the United States is you get a little bit of everything, right? Within the same country. So you can have your hot weather climates, right? If you want to go to a desert, you have Arizona and you have Vegas, and, you know, Southern California is absolutely beautiful. Same thing with Florida. You have like the hot humidity, kind of more tropical weather. You have flatlands and farms where a lot of people from the UK would, you know, it's the same weather basically. So it is what it is. I wouldn't recommend moving out here right now. It's a fucking shit show. Absolute shit show in America with politics and the way everything's moving. So I'd say give it some time.
Same in the UK though, man.
I know. Yeah, I know England's is in a weird place right now as well. But,
you know what? Right? Fuck it. I'll go to the 51st state. I'll go to Israel. Why not?
Yes, there it is. The goy. No, bro.
I'll go to Tel Aviv. Fucking no, fucking call me no goimo. You know what I mean?
Hey, who knows? That might be an untapped market. That's all I'm
saying.
Maybe.
I mean, look, I've got the notes. That's all I'll say. You know,
if you grow the sideburns out, Bromo, it'll be perfect for you, brother. Absolutely perfect. Crow Cop in the chat saying, "Yo, Bromo hating on Guru as usual."
Hell yeah. Hey, my boy Crow Cop, an OG bromosexual, man. He's been there since I'm pretty sure was below 1,000 subs. This guy's an OG, but yes, yeah. I'll give anyone shit. I'll give anyone shit when they deserve it. All right, I do like Guru's content for the most part. I do think he needs to get a life though. If this is the only thing that he has going in life, and I know he's made loads of money, but for me personally, it's easy for me to say because I'm not in this situation, but I feel like there's a lot more to life than just trying to chase a bag. You know, you need like actual happiness and you know, get a family and have friends and hobbies and a social life, and he has none of those things. So, you know, it's one of them. But I'll tell you what though, Bam Bam, and I'm sure you might be surprised to hear this, but I actually did watch an MMA Joey video earlier on today, and I quite enjoyed it. I mean, it was his breakdown about the Paramount, about how the
Disastrous start.
like the Paramount debut is like a mess. All right. So although I don't really rate MMA Joey, and I think he's, you know, I mean, if you've seen my videos on him, you'll all know. But you know, I'm not just going to be like a I'm not just going to be a biased guy and just be like, I don't like this guy, so I'm not going to listen to what he says. You know, I'll shit on people, anyone who deserves it, man. I'm really non-biased. You know, I shit on my favorite fighters. And my non-favorite fighters, I'm not really that bothered.
And look, I don't want to get too deep into the Joey thing, but I will tell you this about MMA Joey. Again, it's somebody that I disagree with often, right? But my understanding, and Joey is he's a friend of the channel. He's been on the channel before. There are plans in place for me and Joey to do a video or an interview together in the near future. So, you know, whatever.
Nice.
Shout out Joey. Like, we stay in somewhat contact. I don't agree with 80% of his takes. I will tell you, though, when it comes to his takes, it is purposely done. He believes what he is saying, and oftentimes he is right about things. He just presents it in a way to bother people. His whole shtick, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is, look, this is what you're doing. This is what the majority of the fan base, is doing to other people. And now I'm just returning it in kind towards you, and you don't like it. So that's really the whole fucking thing. Jameer Nelson, hold on, says Yuri kind of sucks. He loses to Jan. Now, Bromo, before I let you fucking attack this guy, I will let you know we are live on YouTube as well as Instagram. And on Instagram, one Yuri Prohashka follows us here at D107 MMA. So there's a possibility that Yuri could be scrolling his little Instagram, right? And then he could see the live button on the top of his phone where it shows 107 MMA. And he just happens to click on it. And he sees Jameer Nelson, Yuri sucks. And he might do something really bad to you. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Yuri, if you're watching, bro, I love you. All right? You're come on, please. Come on to No Bromo's channel. Follow me on Instagram, bro. You know, I need that, Yuri. My life would be complete. All right, if I at some point got a Yuri interview, that'd be like my pinnacle of MMA YouTube, would be getting that interview with Yuri. Like that, oh, that'd be so sick.
You know the way to do it, Bromo? There's a really easy way to do it. Next time Yuri's fighting in Vegas, you have to fly out there. I know it's going to cost a pretty penny, but you fly out there. He stands outside of T-Mobile Arena at like 3 a.m. before his fights, and he just stares at the stadium for 2 hours. So if you just wait there, he'll be there, and he's nice to people. You know what I mean? So you could talk to him. And then real quick, on the Instagram chat, don't want to miss out on it, my boy David, you were mentioning Israel. My boy David moved from Chicago to Tel Aviv, and he just threw some fire emojis out there. And then we got somebody saying JG by 3rd round KO. We'll see. I hope you're right. Look, Bromo, going back to the weight cut thing with Michael Bisping, okay, I wanted to mention something there. So weight cutting, I think something has to be done about it. I actually have an interview lined up with a former UFC fighter, so not somebody on the current roster. I thought this would be more interesting just because he has not just for the fact that he's done weight cutting, he's also a wrestling coach. So he's been involved in thousands and thousands of weight cuts throughout his life, whether it's him, teammates that have fought, the kids that he coaches, and so on and so forth. So we're going to be doing like a deep dive on weight cutting. So look out for that. That's going to be badass. And then Crocop says Arsenal ain't even the best team in London, man. I know it is Chelsea. Look at that.
Oh, I used to be a Chelsea fan when I was younger. When I used to watch football, Chelsea were my team, bro.
Yeah, shout out Chelsea. But Bromo, talk to me. How much time we got, Bromo? We have like 20, 30 minutes?
Doesn't the main card start in like 10 minutes? Oh, sorry, the early prelims start in like 10 minutes.
Half an hour. We have half an hour.
Do we?
So if you want to leave, you feel free to leave. But maybe maybe the broadcast starts, but the fights aren't until 4:30 Central Time. It is now 3:50. Jameer Nelson says Chelsea's absolute garbage. They haven't been good since Eden Hazard. That's fine. Okay, look, Jameer Nelson, we're not doing this. This is what we're not doing. You're not just coming in here shitting on me, shitting on Bromo, shitting on Yuri, shitting on Chelsea. That's not how this works, brother. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
You are right. I've just checked. Yeah, it starts at 10:30. Maybe they moved it back a little bit because of the Cam Smotherman fight being cancelled. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean Chelsea. Look, Chelsea were my team back when it was like Drogba, Lampard,
John Terry,
you know, Michael
Michael Essien,
Essien, you know,
John
back when they,
Terry, Ashley
back when they
Cole.
had, John Terry, back when they had that, I believe it was a Champions League quarter or semi against Barcelona, and it was like a complete shit show. Like Barcelona were just like dirty little dirty bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a good match.
Put your Champions League on the table, then you can talk. Or Bromo, I don't know how much you've been keeping up, or your Club World Cup, where Chelsea are your world champions.
What? Right. There's a Club World Cup now? I don't pay attention.
And it happened, I want to say, a year ago, and Chelsea won it.
Wow.
So for the next 4 years after that, right? So the next few years, Chelsea is the world champion as far as clubs.
Wow. Also, just a quick question. It's not important at all, but it's just in terms of like American versus UK slang. I saw DC was really confused when Paddy Pimblett called Armin a posh boy. Do you guys not say posh?
No, not at all.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. But I know it just because I'm in tune enough with UK pop culture, I would say. Mm-hmm. Just from growing up watching football, as you guys call it. Yeah, and just kind of keeping up with that. So, I've heard the trash talk. That's why when Paddy came over, everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy saying? But I understood it, right? Because I've heard not just that, just the accent in general. Like my mom does not, she understands 40% of what comes out of Paddy Pimblett's mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I see sometimes in like comments and on like Instagram posts, people are like, can we have subtitles, please? And I'm like, I can understand everything he's saying. I don't know what people like. The issue is.
Are there any accents, Bromo, that you don't understand in English? Because I feel like being from the UK, you have an easier time with almost every accent understanding it.
Sometimes Scottish is really hard, like really heavy Scottish. You just hear them talk, and I'm just like, what? I didn't get a word of that. All I can hear is just noise coming from your mouth. Scottish, when it's like really heavy Scottish, that one's just like, no way. Sometimes Scouse is hard to understand. Like if they use like loads of Scouse lingo,
yeah,
then I don't really get it. But like if they're talking normally, then I can understand Paddy. You know.
How about this?
Armin's a helmet, lad. He's a fucking helmet.
Helmet is referring to down there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just an insult. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Just call him like a dick or a knobhead. You know what I mean? Like a knobhead. Do you say knobhead?
No, we don't, but that makes sense. You know what I mean? That's pretty self-explanatory.
Knobhead, yeah.
How about this? Well, not that. That's not what I wanted to click, but since we clicked it, that's exactly what made the revenge so much sweeter. Crocop, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you could just let me know. Hogan about to drop his newest quintuple on Chandra after KOing Freeman.
I fucking love Josh Hogan, man. I love Josh Hogan.
He's going to be. Hopefully, he wins this fight because he needs to be a part of the White House guard.
Oh yeah, he's 100%.
Him versus what's his name, the titties, Stephen Asplund. That would be a great fight for the White House.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, Bromo. I want to run through some of these fights. Okay. You let me know what you see. Is there anything crazy going on? We're going to start from the top. So let's just start with the main event. Justin, the highlight Gaethje versus Paddy the Baddy.
Listen, lad, nobody talks about it, lad. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously I'm going Paddy, but it isn't because I'm biased towards, the British guys, because I've given Paddy shit for like the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks on my channel, just with some of the nonsense that comes out of his fucking mouth about, I'm the fucking real champion and fucking Ely Tupuri can wait for me for when I want to fight. It's like, no, you're not even the champ. You won't even be the champ if you beat Gaethje. But I think I think that Paddy Pimblett's probably going to get it done. We saw in the last Fiziev fight, man. I mean, on short notice, Fiziev had Justin Gaethje in like an inverted triangle. And I didn't even bring this up in my debate that I had with Warhorse, which I fucking should have done, but it slipped my mind. Fiziev had Justin Gaethje on the bottom in an inverted triangle sort of thing on 2 weeks' notice. Right, that's Fiziev. All right, so if Fiziev's going to be able to do that to you, what's Paddy Pimblett with a full camp, amazing jiu-jitsu. Not really good wrestling in terms of like getting the takedowns, but I mean, we saw him get a takedown on Michael Chandler, who's also I would say he's probably more, I don't know what the word is. He's got more wrestling credentials, I guess, than Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
And he managed to get Michael Chandler down. I think I'm thinking Paddy Pimblett like rounds 2 or 3, maybe more 3. I'm thinking like a submission or something. I can see him like trying to jump a triangle and Gaethje just being like, well, what the fuck? Like, where's this coming from? Because his jiu-jitsu shit. He didn't have any jiu-jitsu. And people going about his wrestling, but we never see it. We saw him take down Fiziev once, and that's about it. But what I will say is, if Paddy Pimblett is completely serious about standing and trading with Justin Gaethje, going stand and bang, that's not a good idea. And I think that's where Gaethje might win it. But I don't think Paddy's that stupid. I think he's just saying it to try and sell the fight, saying that he's going to stand and trade with Gaethje. I think he's going to, if he does start doing that and he realizes that he's losing, because he probably would lose in a pure striking match, I think he'll just be like, well, I'm not going to just try and prove a point here. I'm going to win the belt and I'm going to go with my grappling. I think Paddy's going to submit him or something, probably.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Bromo. Look, I want to touch on that real quick. Paddy Pimblett has been my pick throughout the entire time. Since this fight was announced till now, I'm sticking with Paddy. But the closer we get to fight time, I'm slowly starting to think that Justin Gaethje can win this fight and may win this fight. The reason I say that is because as you look deeper into Paddy Pimblett's resume in the UFC, it might be the easiest, if not, it's one of the easiest title runs that I can remember, right? I mean, he comes in and it's Luigi Vendramini and whatever, that's kind of a debut fight. But then on his way to the title, the Jared Gordon robbery, right? Everyone agrees kind of unanimously that Jared Gordon won that fight. They give him Jordan Levitt, which is just a pure grappler, has nothing to offer on the feet. And then just the washed up corpse of Michael Chandler, the washed up corpse of Bobby Green, the washed up corpse of Tony Ferguson. And it's like, who have you really fought? You haven't fought anybody worth a damn. Michael Chandler is by far your best win. And Michael Chandler has 2 wins in the UFC. He's 2-7. So really, who have you fought? Justin Gaethje, a different caliber guy. And yes, Michael Chandler's grappling, his wrestling in general, comes from a higher pedigree than that of Justin Gaethje. However, Justin Gaethje, still younger, I would say less used up in terms of mileage than Michael Chandler is, right?
Yeah, and first of all, I just want to correct you, Bam Bam, because it's King Green. Okay, show some respect. Listen, don't dead name him. All right, it's King Green.
You're right.
Okay, but yeah,
fuck, man, fuck. Should we just end this? Like, goddamn.
I mean, you kind of showing your casual side, bro. I can't lie. Bobby Green, come on.
Look, I feel. Thank God I'm in America, Bromo, because I believe in the UK that could get me arrested, right? That kind of shit. So,
probably.
Thank God for our freedoms.
I think. Hello, Oscar. Jesus Christ, you're right. What do you want? Anyway, yeah. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. His level of opponents have been pretty mid. I mean, Chandler's. This is the thing, right? That like Paddy says about the moving the goalposts and changing their minds. I remember a lot of people picking Michael Chandler to beat Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Paddy beats Michael Chandler, they go, "Oh well, obviously, it's old and washed Michael Chandler." And it's like, all right, but before you weren't picking Michael Chandler to win, but I picked Paddy, all right, to beat Michael Chandler. I look, his resume is a bit. Oh, Oscar, you fucking knob! Hold on a sec, my dog's just fucking.
I got you.
He's just letting him a wire. Anyway.
Real quick, Bromo, the Zapper missed your answer about the fit, and he's dying to know about it. So if you could clarify one more time what's going on with the outfit.
Right, listen, right, no Bromo, right, it's a staple on my channel. I wear the hoodies, I wear the dressing gowns, all right, year round. That's what I do, all right. And I got this from Disneyland when I went with my daughter last year for her first birthday. We have matching ones. It's Lotso from Toy Story. All right, very nice and warm. I've got a bunch of them. It's It's just that you know how Guru's got his beanie. Oh fucking hell, Oscar. Sorry.
You're good.
Not very professional. You know how Guru has his beanies. You know, I've got the fucking hoodies. I guess I'm trying to get my good camera back on, and then we can get back into the fight. What I was gonna say, because I do actually have a point to make.
Yeah, about Paddy.
About the level of competition.
Yeah.
So
okay, he'll be back any second, guys. Mr. Bromo.
I'm really sorry about
No,
this.
you're good, brother. Who cares?
Oscars just keeps knocking my shit. Yeah, so what I was saying, I said it in my debate the other week. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We've seen time and time again with like fighters. You know, sometimes you need a high level guy to really bring out the high level in you. And I know people have said, you know, I haven't been impressed with Paddy against these bums anyway. I mean, look what Tony Ferguson, you know, he had success and he looked shit against Tony. And like, yeah, he beat Bobby Green and, you know, yeah, he beat Michael Chandler, but he lost to Jared Gordon. It's like some fighters, and I'm not trying to justify like the Jared Gordon fight because that was just terrible. He looked like shit. But some fighters, and I'm sure you can agree to this, Bam Bam. Some fighters just need a good dance partner to really like bring them out, and I feel like we might see that here. You know, Gaethje is very good, so maybe Paddy just needs someone to bring him out, to really bring him out of his shell, and a fighter that I can really think of that does this or that did this is not an MMA fighter. But Tyson Fury, I don't know how much boxing you watch, but he's very much like that. If he's fighting someone shit, he looks average. I mean, you had a fight with a guy called Otto Warlin. He looked like shit. I think he lost that fight, and he got a big cut open over his eyebrow. Then after that fight, he went in to fight Wilder, and people were like, man, I mean, he looked shit against, you know, Otto Warlin is like nobody can. And then he smashes Wilder. I think it's probably the same thing. And, you know, it's the same thing.
Fight with Francis, that was close.
Yeah, Francis. I mean, I think Francis beat him.
Yeah.
And then he goes in with Usyk and looks pretty good against Usyk. It's like it's the same sort of thing, man. Maybe. Or maybe Paddy's just shit. I mean, and this could age like milk, but who knows? I guess we'll see.
This take I agree with. Arsenal in 2004 would have beat the 2014 Barcelona team. I do agree with that. Jamal Witherspoon says the UK's lack of air conditioning is destroying Bromo technology.
Yeah, we don't have AC. No houses unless you fucking pay, unless you actually buy it. Yeah. Have AC. We don't do that shit over here. I mean, it's too cold anyway. I mean, we don't need AC over
and
here.
The lack of ice cubes, Bromo. You guys use like if you're gonna get something from a drink at a place, they give you like 2 ice cubes.
I know.
We like our shit freezing cold over here.
Oh yeah. Look, if I'm getting a drink, all right, and I don't drink alcohol, but if I'm getting like a Diet Coke, fucking put some ice in that shit, man. Get it nice and cold. And I actually like it watered down. I can't lie. I like the taste of it when it's watered down with the ice cubes, you know. But yeah, you do need to ask for it though.
And then this is the disrespect I'm talking about. Jameer Nelson, I just agreed with you on Arsenal beating Barcelona, the 04 versus the 14 team. And then you want to talk about QB1? You want to talk about Caleb Williams being a disgrace to Chicago? And it's okay. He paints his nails. That's fine. He wins us football games, brother. That's all we need. Bromo, I'm sure you don't know about that. Caleb Williams is an American football player. He is the quarterback for my Chicago Bears. He is a little bit, he's a hell of a ball player, but he paints his nails. That's like his whole thing. He's like a little out there with that. You know what I mean?
Kind of like Peyton Talbot and Adesanya sort of thing. Yeah. A little bit zesty. You know, is he like a Michael Morales type? You know, is he dressing up and twerking?
He's not twerking. He's a fashionable, but a few weeks ago or a month or two ago at this point, he brought out some like model with him to the game. She was hot. So
I mean,
the allegations are being crushed. Let's see. Zapper's saying something. I can't lie. I got to go with Gaethje. Patty was kind of getting thrown around by Chandler in the grappling exchanges and showed no scrambling ability. The grappling only turned after Chandler had gassed, and Chandler only gassed because he double slammed Patty like a tard. Got Patty's back and literally slid off. I do want to say this, Bromo. I'm glad he mentioned that because I wanted to get back to that. The Patty Pimblett line about the goalpost moving is absolutely true, right? And this is coming from somebody. I'll give you my whole relationship with Patty Pimblett in a nutshell. Really liked him in Cage Warriors. I thought very highly of him. I thought he was a very entertaining kid. I thought he had superstar written all over him. I believed in his skill set. He's come to the UFC. And honestly, besides that Jared Gordon fight, which again, you gotta at this point, you gotta kind of throw that away. You know,
Yeah.
it's been so long. But honestly, yes, the goalpost does get moved a lot. And yes, people were picking Chandler. That's all true. He's right about that. But it doesn't change the fact that there's truth to it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yes, he beat the shit out of Michael Chandler. He absolutely dominated him. I did not expect that kind of a performance from Patty Pimblett. But then you look back at it, and in retrospect, like, of course that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're 8-9 years younger than the guy. He's used up. He's never actually been successful in the UFC. The best years of Michael Chandler were pre-entering the organization. So it is what it is. I just wanted to touch on that. But again, as we get closer, I'm starting to think Gaethje can win this fight. Jameer Nelson, Derrick Rose, and Kanye forever repped in Chicago. Shout out Derrick Rose. Do you know who Derrick Rose is, Bromo?
I'm going to guess basketball.
Yes. Yeah, so he's
Look at
He is a
that.
basketball legend, and he is getting his number 1 Chicago Bulls uniform retired tonight. So it's like a
wow.
huge event, and he means a lot to the city because he played for our team and he was born and raised here. So a local guy and just a great story. When they do make a documentary about him, I bet it's going to be really interesting for even people that don't know him.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, speaking of NBA,
Yeah.
or people always tell me that I look like Luca.
A little bit,
You know.
just a tad bit. I can see it. What do you have? Some Slovakian in you? Slovenian?
Hey, maybe.
Maybe.
You know, who knows?
All right. What fight besides the main event? Let's go away from the main event, co-main event, because those are interesting. Like obviously those are interesting. They have high positioning on the card. Any fights on the prelims or a little lower down on the main card that you're super excited for?
All right. I mean, Tiba Gautier has to be one.
Yeah.
Has to be one. I mean, surely after this, they need to give him someone decent.
Yeah.
Minus 850. God, that's ridiculous. I mean, it isn't because we've seen what he's been doing. But I also saw they were talking to the guy's coach on the BT Sport weigh-in show, and Atiba Gautier, he's basically new to like fighting and like being like an athlete, and he's very, very new to it all. And to see where he's at now compared to where he could be in a few years' time is just crazy. But I'm excited for this fight. After this, they need to give him a jump up in competition. Whether it's someone very low ranked or someone just outside the rankings, they need to give him someone half decent. Oscar, I'm actually going to fucking kill you if you carry on. I'm going to fucking... yeah, they need to give him someone that's like not just a can for him to crush. You know, I mean, it's all fun seeing, you know, knockouts left, right, and center, but at some point it's like, okay, you know, we're kind of bored of this. Let's get someone in there that could give him some sort of danger. Maybe get him in there get him in there with someone that can grapple. Maybe, you know, see how he does there. But I'm excited for that one, definitely. Or what's happened here then? What's happened here then? Am I frozen? Are you frozen? I think he's frozen. Is he frozen, boys? Is it just me on here now? Anyway, welcome to the 10-7, guys. Welcome to the 10-7 MMA. Hosted by No Bromo because Bam Bam has decided to freeze. I'm coming to take over. What are we saying? Oh, look at me. It's just me in the show. I've taken over. I've used my Jew powers. I've used my you use my Jewish powers to take over the channel. Anyway, let's read some chats. Paddy's wrestling just sucks, not even when it comes to takedowns, but when it comes to everywhere, he's a slow-paced BJJ grappler. Has never shown quickness on the ground except for Bobby Green, who is old. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he didn't look good against Michael. I mean, look, I do agree. He only looked good against Michael Chandler because, well, not only looked good, but he did get the takedown because he did hurt him. I will agree with that point. But I feel like, I feel like, what is it? I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, hey, he's back. I was trying to hold the channel down whilst you were gone.
Look at this, and we got a different camera angle going here, but everything just went to shit, Bromo. Everything went to shit.
Is that just because of the weather again?
What's your dog's name?
He's called Oscar.
Oscar started ruining your shit. He ruined my shit now. But yeah. You continue doing what you're doing, man. You were hosting great.
Well, I mean, I was just saying it. I just came in to fucking take over. I used my Jew powers to just kind of like get take over the 10-7 for a little bit. But Jamal Witherspoon, Bromo kissed the wall and it crashed 10. Damn right. That's
true.
Yeah.
This took a turn, Bromo. This is taking a turn. This is interesting. This is good content.
I mean, this is what I mean. So I was just replying to Zappa saying that his wrestling sucks. Yes, his wrestling does suck. He doesn't have like wrestling, but he does have great grappling and great jiu-jitsu. And look, we even if I was saying this in my debate, like Warhorse was saying well, Gaethje's really dangerous in these clinches, and he's gonna get Paddy knocked down and this and that. I was like, okay. If he does even get Paddy down, we've seen him with Charles Oliveira. He knocked Charles down and he was super hesitant to actually go down with him.
Yeah.
So who's to say that Justin Gaethje even knocks him down and follows him? And if he doesn't capitalize on that could cost him anyway, because he gives Paddy time to he gives Paddy time to recover and that sort of thing. So.
I'll say
also,
this though.
By the way, Bam Bam, sorry to interrupt, but he does say on the screen, "Can AI beat a pro?" I don't know if you wanted to change that.
That's a good question. You know what I mean? It is something that we want to know. This has gone to shit, Bromo. But look, I will say this: when it comes, I was also at that Justin Gaethje Charles Oliveira fight, believe it or not. So random side note there, but Justin Gaethje, that was a time when Charles Oliveira till this day, very few people will go to the ground with him. And that's because they are so afraid of his ground game. I do think if Justin Gaethje gets a knockdown, he won't be afraid to go after Paddy. Nobody fears Paddy Pimblett the way they fear Charles Oliveira in the submission game. I think Justin Gaethje has to avoid the ground game, but not after a knockdown. More of like if you're getting taken down, you better scramble your fucking ass off and not let Paddy, who's much bigger than Justin Gaethje, didn't look like it yesterday, but naturally a much bigger kid. Especially, I'm assuming after filling out tonight, he's going to look way bigger. So,
he looked good on the scales, man. And that's the thing, though. You said he might not be scared and he might go down. But then would that be a mistake as well? We don't know.
I mean, if Paddy's hurt, I don't think so. If Paddy's maybe if he's not as hurt, then yes.
This is the thing with Pimblett, though. Is like, all right, yeah, he's fought old men and Bobby Green. Well, sorry, King Green. Oh my God, sorry, I nearly got arrested over here, guys. But we don't actually know, like, legitimately how good Paddy is. He could actually be really good. He could actually stack up well against the top 5, but we just don't know because he hasn't fought anyone in the top 5. All right, it's like Umar, right? Umar Nurmagomedov fought nobody but cans, gets to jump up to number 2 contender, and he can still hang, right? Just because he's beaten old men and bums or whatever doesn't mean that he's not good. It just means that that's the only people that he's fought. Same with Islam. I mean, before he got the title shot, I mean, he only beat two ranked guys. They were both outside the top 10, and then he beat Bobby Green. At the time, was Bobby Green.
King. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just going off like chronological.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. And then people go, Islam fucking beat Bobby, and now he's getting a title shot against Charles. Oh my god! And then he submits him inside the second round. It's like, it could be the same thing. We don't know.
Sean
yeah.
O'Malley is kind of a case of that. I know people think Peter Yan beat him, but he showed that he belongs, right? At least he showed
Oh yeah.
a very close fight. So
even if Piotr Jan did beat him, which I think he did, he definitely proved that he belongs there. Because if you're taking Piotr Jan to like a close, decision, then you're obviously good. You're obviously pretty good.
yeah,
I think Jameer Nelson's asking if Johnson and Hernandez is off. Yes, it is off, isn't it?
It is very off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
Shame
very
that.
off. We're
Shame
down
that.
to 11 fights.
Who are you picking for that fight? I was going Michael Johnson, but
yeah, at first, when I originally dropped my quick picks, I was going Hernandez, but our official pick ended up being Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, at least we've got the other Johnson still on the card.
Charles
Your
Johnson.
boy.
Friend of the channel, Charles Energy Johnson. Happy you brought him up, Bromo. Guys, he fucking deserves this, Bromo. He deserves to win tonight. And after tonight, I think Charles Johnson to me is not just because he's a friend of ours, but he is criminally underrated, man. Underrated, undervalued, underappreciated. This is a guy that does nothing. I mean, yes, he started his career 0 for 2, 0 for 3 in the UFC, something like that. But since then, massive win streak, only loss, in a long time has come to one of the guys whose name ends in OV. It seems like that's the cycle with Charles Johnson. They just give him like, oh, here's the next upcoming contender that is named Tamirov or Kadyrov or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, not RIP supposedly, right? They just give him this nonstop barrage of up and coming contenders. They gave him Josh Van, and that the idea was the same thing. He ended up knocking out Josh Van, which I picked round 3 knockout, Bromo. You know how I like to sometimes spice it up and let you know when I make a beautiful prediction like that.
Oh yeah.
And we smack it. Either way, Charles Johnson will win tonight, and Charles Johnson deserves to get a legitimate top 5 contender after this. I want a massive name. I want a Brandon Moreno. I want a Brandon Royval. I want some Manel Kopp. Like, I need somebody like that for Charles Johnson after this fight. He deserves it, and I think he gets it if he utilizes the moment correctly, Bromo. If he takes that microphone moment and uses it the way he should, right? You get this win. There's so many new eyeballs that are going to be on the sport tonight, and for content creators like us, that's amazing. I think growing the sport is going to be great, but there's going to be millions of new eyeballs on the UFC tonight. And Charles Johnson has an opportunity to not only reintroduce himself to the fan base, but to all these new casuals. Introduce yourself for the first time. I'm Charles Energy Johnson. I'm the man who has beaten the champion, and I deserve my rematch, and I will get it, and I will be champion. And it's not out of the realm of possibilities, is all I'm saying.
No, definitely not. Also, just noticed in chat, Fight Society, the boys.
Shout
nice
out,
to see you, brother. Shout out, bro.
Shout out Wyatt. Wyatt, next time, brother, you got to join us for one of these pre-things. I think you're about to start. He's starting his in a couple minutes if he's not already live. So
I'll be in his chat. But yeah, well, like I say, boys, me and Fight Society, me and Wyatt, going live on Tuesday. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. We'll talk about UFC 325 predictions. And then upcoming cards like UFC 326, potential matchups that could be coming out, like Yuri and Ulberg, that sort of stuff. It's just going to be a nice, chilled yap session. I don't know how long he's got with me, but we'll just keep it going as long as we can. So be there for that. But yeah, also go and check him out, man. I mean, someone the first video that I watched of his, someone linked me it. It was what is it? The Habib team popping for PEDs. I watched that one. Then I saw you in your award show say creator of the year. So I was like, what? I'll fucking check him out. And yeah, solid daily content. I don't know how he finds half the stuff that he talks about. He just kind of like it's almost like he shits out breaking news.
Yeah,
because I'm like, where have you found this gem of a story? But he finds it somehow. So yeah, go check him out.
Yeah, shout out Wyatt. Honestly, when I discovered Fight Society, and I'm not glazing him because he's here in the chat. When I discovered him, Bromo, look, I look at so much MMA content on YouTube, man. I find everybody. I see channels with 100 subscribers and everything above. Like I'm so in tune with kind of what's going on in the space, and I really like what he's been doing because it's like you said, it's consistent content. It's damn near daily content. It's an unbiased perspective. He'll give you kind of both sides of things while still giving his opinion, which is what I think the space needs. And he says, "Thank you guys, thank you, Wyatt." Which goes back to we were having the MMA Joey conversation a little earlier. While you may not agree with what MMA Joey has to say, right? And God knows I don't oftentimes, but it's just we need that in this space. We need opposing viewpoints, right? Not everything needs to be a fucking vacuum. That's when people get stupid, Bromo. You need to see other people's side of the perspective. I need to see your side of the coin. And I want to find out, why does Bromo think this? Not just what do you think, why do you think this? What made you believe that? So, I like that kind of stuff. And then we have a Joey fan in the chat saying,
Oh yeah.
is such an alpha male.
I mean, look, I appreciate Joey, in the sense that he gives me great content, because most people don't like him. So if I can roast his dumb takes, it gives me a lot of views.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. And it is pretty entertaining. Some of the stuff he comes out with is pretty funny. But again, like I said, I watched an MMA Joey video earlier about the Paramount deal, and I quite enjoyed it. I agreed with everything that he said in it, weirdly enough. But it's just his extreme contrarian takes that really give good content. All right, and I would actually love to at one point debate him on his more contrarian takes.
Yeah.
And just kind of get to the bottom of why he thinks certain things, and see if he can justify it without just saying, "Well, I think it's funny to rage bait." Because if it's just rage bait, then I mean, fair enough, I guess. But
it's not just that, Bromo. It really, with Joey, it's and Hustle's in the chat saying disingenuous grifter with Joey. And look, again, I don't want to make this. I'm taking MMA Joey's side, but there is a need in the space for it, right?
I
Like,
agree.
think about everything else in society, and we're getting close to fight time, so we'll wrap up here really soon. But think about like the news, right? And again, I don't know exactly how that looks like over there on your side of the world, but we have your MSNBCs and your CNNs and whatever, and they're kind of on one side, and then you have your Fox News and your Breitbarts and whatever, and they're on the other side. And what happens in society today is people latch on to either this or this, and they get all of their information from this side or this side. And that's the same with social media. It's the same with YouTube. It's the same with Twitter. And that just doesn't lead to a healthy society in any way, right? You may hate these people and love these people and think you're right and they're wrong. And it's like, great, that's fine. That's your beliefs. I'm not here to argue that. But
Yeah.
you need to try, I think, in order for a society to just work, you need to understand where the other side is coming from. And we have a lot of that in the MMA space, right? There's like religious kind of like battle going on, like subconsciously in the MMA space with the Dagestanis and the Muslim side, and they like their own, which fair enough, like your own people, and then this side's kind of just like they're all against these guys, and it just makes it ugly when this is a sport and it shouldn't be that.
Yeah.
But there's always room for nuance. There's room for a lot of shit. Either way, that's another story for another time. That seems like a Fight Society video, by the way. Just saying, where he could touch on that kind of shit. I don't feel the need to do that. But anyways, Bromo, we're closing in on T-5 minutes, so we're gonna get the hell out of here. I just want to say thank you for showing up today. Thank you for just randomly hopping on the live stream.
I mean, it's pretty good timing, because I literally just woke up from a nap, because I was doing a pre-card nap, so I actually had the energy to watch the card. But yeah, any time, man. I mean, if you're ever live and you're up for me coming on, just message me, and if I'm free, then I'll do it. If I'm not, I'll just say no, I can't. But at any time, man. I mean, I'm always open to coming on whenever. So
yeah, and Hustlebone says it's cool if it's kayfabe, but when you're a legit lying grifter, that's not cool. But people do take it too far. You're right. And that's a conversation. We need to have that conversation. I wish we had more time, but come back, like and subscribe. Right there. No Bromo. Shout your shit out, Bromo. Shout out your channel. How do you spell everything? Your Instagram.
Yes. All right. So follow me on. I mean, you can follow me on Instagram, but I don't really post on there an awful lot. Mainly, just go look no bromo at MMA. Search me up on YouTube. I'm sure I'll come up. Come and subscribe to me. I mainly cover like drama, sort of news, reaction sort of stuff. If you're into that, all right, come and check me out. Yeah, me and 107. You know, I guess we're boys now. You know, that's just how it is. So. You know, I will say one thing that's really good about this YouTube thing, and then we can go. All right, I've made more friends online through YouTube than I have in person with, random people. So this is actually, it's it's really good, and I really do enjoy it. 107 friend of the channel. He's been on my stream as well. So yeah, let's and Jameer Nelson called me a cutie patootie. So. Thank you, bro.
We'll throw that up there. Yeah. So thank you guys, everyone, for showing up in the chat. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe if you are interested for more. We do these live streams before every card. That's going to be a thing I'm going to be doing moving forward, at least an hour or two before every card. Shout out No Bromo. Appreciate you for stopping in. Shout out Harry from Proshmo Bets, who was here at the beginning. Bromo, yes. We got Paramount to watch in the States, okay? So I'm going to go do that. Appreciate you, brother.
See you later, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. See you on the other side.